guys, it's Ty and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review over Vampires of El Norte by Isabel Canas. This is a adult historical fiction romance horror. So this is going to be spoiler free and we will go ahead and get started. So in Vampires of El Norte, we are following two main characters back in like the 1840s Mexico. So we have Nina and Nestor. So when they were younger, they had like a crush on each other that they couldn't really talk about because her parents didn't approve of Nestor, but they often played with each other. And so one night they go and sneak off and Nina is attacked by some unknown creature, and this freaks out Nestor, understandably. And so he's trying to help her. What he's doing isn't really working. So he brings her back to her family. And at some point, he believes that she has died and he is devastated. So because of that, because he thinks she's dead, he leaves their town and nobody has heard from him since. Fast forward 9 years later, Nina is alive and well. She's flourishing. She is a healer. Nestor has been off wherever he went, being a rancher. So during this time, Mexico has been struggling with the United States and people have been trying to come in to take their land. And so they decided that they're gonna go and have a battle for the land. And so Nina's brother Felix reaches out to Nestor, sends him a letter and tells him like, hey, this is what's going on. We need you to come and help us. So Nestor makes it back to their town so that then they can travel off to this battle. So Nestor gets back and boy, is he in for a surprise, because when he gets there, he sees that Nina is alive and well. And he is just shocked. I can only imagine the look on his face when he sees the girl that he had a crush on is alive and well, and he thought the girl was dead. She's alive. So she sees him and is instantly angry, frustrated, furious, because she feels like he abandoned her 9 years ago. Now they're like kind of in this back and forth with trying to like get their feelings out for each other and voice all of their frustrations, their concerns, whatever. That's what they're trying to do. But they also have to make it to this battle. So as they are traveling, so it's like Nestor, his buddy that he brought, Nina, who reluctantly is allowed to go because she's a healer and she just feels like she wants to be able to help out with any injuries, and her brother and her father, a whole group of them go off to fight in this battle. On the way there, some strange things are beginning to happen. So people think that they are seeing things. One of the people on the way to this battle has been attacked by something that nobody can explain. And before they even left, in their town, there has been like this plague that has been going on that they call the sustos. Hopefully I said that right. And nobody really knows where it came from or how it's happening to people, but the same thing is now happening to them on their way to go fight. And so when they get there and people are starting to get injured, Nina and Nestor come across these group of dead soldiers being eaten on by these creatures who they realize are a group of vampires. So now Nina wants to flee so that she can go back to her home and tell them what is going on and what she found. He decides that he is going to escort her. So we are following them as they are trying to get away from these vampires and warn their home. And on the way, they're like being followed by vampires. They come across them, they have to fight some. And so we're just following them as they are trying to rectify their relationship that they never really had, while also trying to fight vampires. I gave this story 2 stars. I did not like it at all. Now, with this author, I absolutely loved their debut novel, The Hacienda, that came out last year. It was in my best books of last year. I just ate that story up. This one, not so much. I did kind of change my expectations going into this because I had started seeing people's reviews and people were saying that it was really heavy on the romance. And so I was like, okay, let me change my expectations of what I think this book is going to be about. And it did not really help. I did like anytime we got the descriptions of the vampires, anytime we had scenes with them, you know, We learned what they're actually used for. I loved all of that. I also was kind of on board with Nina and Nestor's relationship in the beginning, and you know, their feelings for each other and why he felt the way that he felt and why she felt the way that she felt. Eventually, the relationship just got really boring to me, and it just felt like it was slowing down the story. We were in their heads because we got the story from both of their POVs, and I just didn't care after a certain point. After a certain point in this story, I just kept asking myself, but where are the vampires? When are we gonna see a vampire? When are we gonna see these creatures that are out here attacking y'all? Like, when are we gonna get that? And we hardly got any vampires. To me, this was like a Western romance with a little bit of vampire sprinkled in. What I wanted was like a vampire story, and then you can sprinkle in like a little romance on the side. So if you are going into this thinking you are going to get a vampire story, think again, because that is not what you're going to get in here. If you are somebody that really loves a romance story and you're not so fond of like the horror, but maybe you want to dip your toes in horror, this will be the perfect book for you. But if you are somebody that is like me and you wanted a horror story with like these gruesome vampires, you're not going to get that in this story. Unfortunately, that's not what the story is. Like I said, I tried to go in it with like different expectations, and it still did not help. I just did not enjoy this story in the way that I wanted to. So like I said, I gave it 2 stars. If you pick this up, I hope that you enjoy it. I think if you go into this with the right expectations, you will enjoy it. So don't go in like I did. Go in knowing that this is going to be a romance with some vampires. So that is all that I have for you guys, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.